Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AM66. I'm Happy Fader with another GAC. Today's opponent is going to be Mando Dando, and they they cleared all of my bottom zones. Not a lot of my opponents can clear the entirety of the zones, and it looks like what's being caught up on was this new Gunray Nest team. So my endeavors is to try and match that by clearing these front two zones and then the fleet zone, hopefully. How I'm going to approach that is for this team specifically, we're going to lead off with Gas, Rex, and Fives. Because I only need to clear 3 zones, I'm just going to go all out on these front zones and do our best. So the counterattack from CLS is deadly. And my hope is that we can overcome that. Do this. That's a nice save. Okay. That was the one I was most worried about. Next up, we are going to let's clear the bottom zone first. I think my plan will be to use SHakti. At this point, we are just overpowering the teams, very much like how I believe they overpowered mine. But new Gunray team is still tricky, so cannot underestimate how this is gonna go. Let's send that in. Heal up Arc Trooper. And we'll have the back zone cleared up here pretty soon. Now we're going to learn from our previous mistakes. Take down New Gunray first. Battle number 2. That's a wrap. For the front zone in the bottom. Let's see what they have in the back wall for us. So we won't be full clearing the back wall, which is to be expected. And instead I'm going to continue on with the theme of just ramming through with my best teams. This might be a little tricky, but because we have the bonus protection, preventing status ailments and crits, that might be to our favor. However, with a bounty hunter squad, you gotta be careful with the execute from Boba Fett. Burning through all those buffs that you have on your squad. I think Boba Fett's gonna get, yeah, he's gonna come back with that. So this could be a problem. Might be 2 battles. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try and take out Bosk May also just need to back out. We're gonna back out. Try again with try my Palp Vader. And I think we'll throw in Thrawn. Not very high gear. It's just all on Vader at this point. Ability block on Bosk. Let's pass turn meter over to Vader. Try another ability block. Here we go. Can we stun? It's a high tenacity Bosk. Don't think Fracture's gonna last for long. Let's make the most of this. Okay. Bit of a dicey one. But we're doing good. Moving on through. I think we have a few options here. Let's try this. Bounty Hunters for Old Republic. Boss Cleave for the survivability. Now, the tricky bit is going to try to get that contract landed. I feel like we're going to have a better success with that than under Mando's lead. Alright. Oh. Not use that ability quite yet. No stuns. That's alright. Continue on with Mando. Issue with 3v3s, we may not be able to... there's our contract. Okay. So now... can stun. Perfect. So I won't use Disintegrate quite yet. Using that opportunity to try and cover banners if that's possible. And there we go. So Bounty Hunters with Mando, I really like for Old Republic. It can be tricky with Mando lead because there is crit avoidance on the team. I want to send against the Phoenix Squad. Zeta on Kanan. Just to play this safe, let's bring in the Imperial Troopers. I like this combo. And for the next GAC, we are frantically doing a roster revision. So 3 or 4 of our squads are going to be undergoing a change. Put this over on Range Trooper. Simply because my Range Trooper has the most survivability. So that we can get this done. safe play. Now let's see their fleet. As mentioned previously, fleets are my specialty. Because I made it my specialty does not make me an expert. It's a focus on my roster that we're gonna try something different. I feel like we can do a little bit of exploration here. But it's a focus on my roster for GAC. I find that unless my opponents go heavy on the top wall, even then I have options to overcome top wall heavy defenses, I generally can get through without too much trouble on fleet. This is a rebel fleet. Can be problematic, especially with the Y-Wing. I like a Y-Wing and Millennium Falcon focus. That said, the turn meter gain that you get from Tarkin's maxed out lead, I don't really need reinforcement. I only need to clear 3 down, so this is kind of being exorbitant. But Tarkin's lead for the capital ship, when it's maxed out, allows for turn meter to be gained whenever any unit is destroyed. So here we're just running circles around this rebel fleet, and that takes care of the fleet. 64 banners, not typically average about 66 banners, so it's good. We're still pretty close to average. So now we have this team. Biggs gets turn meter on crits with old Ben there. Let's try our Ewoks. Against Rex. Now they're gonna have a lot more health. Their 5 doesn't have a Zeta, so I'm actually gonna try to go for the weaker clone just to trigger. No assist on that, huh? Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll do an AoE when we get around to it. There we go. 5's taken out. Cleanse and heal. It's fine. So Ewoks have allowed me to clean up far better than I typically am able to. I have undervalued Ewoks for far too long. Very important team in my GAC for how I use them. Let's try this. Yeah, I've actually had to rely on Ewoks my Gear 11 Ewoks to clean out a relic character standing alone with preloaded turn meter before. Ability block, right? It's gonna be painful. Can we stun old Ben? There we go. We have the taunt. I do like to run Droideka under Hoggle's lead. I don't typically max out a lot of my character's leadership abilities, just to try to keep some of that galactic power under control. But in Poggle's case, I find that as a cleanup squad, that works pretty well with Poggle, Droideka. Typically I use Sunfat. This was the first time with Magna Guard, and it seemed to work out pretty well. Don't think we're going to get past this, but we can certainly try. I don't have anybody strong enough to get past that relic, but my opponent did a fantastic job. So I say, why not? I think I'd rather do Akbar lead. Akbar lead with Princess Leia. PAL. That might seem counterintuitive. So we'll try a couple teams. We'll throw this team in, and then we'll throw CLS in. A great, fantastic start. Now R2 would have been a great choice. If you have your R2 modded to go faster than Princess Leia, then you can get that stealth activated by R2, and then Princess Leia can give herself better buffs by using that going under stealth ability. Again, I don't think we're going to get past a Relic Kenobi with anything we have left on our roster. So let's just have fun with it. One last team. This is a great team to set on defense, Mando Dando. That was a good call. I think if we were clearing zones on an even level, I think you would have had the leg up on this one. Trying to spare Stormtrooper Han just for a little bit. Am I thinking things through when I'm doing this battle? No. No, I basically have resigned to the fate that this is going to be the last team standing. So a few things could have gone wrong in that fight, but this is where we stand. Congrats, Mando Dando. I'm very impressed that you cleared the bottom two zones. That's not an easy feat to do with the teams that I have set. So thank you for taking part in this. And with that, I hope you find this useful. I hope you can find a 3v3 on this power level to be closer to what you're experiencing in GACs. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. The next GAC is going to be a little interesting, largely because this finally happened. Having gas to Relic 6. I think gas is fairly out of reach for a lot of free-to-play players. It took me 2 years to get gas unlocked. When I started this account, I went almost exclusively towards the route to get gas. And looking back, I would say that obtaining gas in that process has allowed me to have a fairly more balanced roster. I was far more top-heavy prior to getting gas, but none of these droids were leveled up, geared up. The B1 battle droid, being a Relic 5, has been a pleasant surprise in the performance of GACs. And Ewoks. The Ewoks were only for getting C-3PO, and after getting that event, I do plan on gearing up my Ewoks to Gear 12, along with the rest of my Core 12 teams, which is my project to work on widening this roster. There you have it. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.